Hello and welcome to Wallybois. Now you might have a situation like I've got here, where you've got 4 posts, or poles like these ones, and they're all at different heights. But you want to make them all the same height, or at least you need to be able to work out your heights to make a fall on a roof, for instance, for which we're going to do over here. Now, there's an easy way of getting around this problem. One is get yourself a laser level, but you might say to yourself, how on earth am I going to see the laser beam in this light? It's not easy, no. There's another option, you get a very long level and clamp it to the sides or onto a piece of wood or something. But that's cumbersome and hard to do on your own. So what can you do? Well, there's a water level. Yes, there's a thing called a water level. You could use that, if you got one. Besides, they're not actually easy to come by these days. You could just get yourself a piece of clear pipe and fill it up with water and use that. But that's not what this video is about. There's actually a really easy way. If you want a simple measurement or a datum, what we call a datum, all the way around the 4 posts, and from that you can work out your heights. I'm just going to use one of these. This is a line level, and they're not the most accurate things to use for obvious reasons you'll see in a moment, but what they are is they're cheap and they'll get you near enough, and definitely near enough for this job, because all this is going to be is like a carport for my motorbike. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be a way to keep the rain off the top and the sun off the tyres and stuff. So we're going to use one of these. I'm going to show you how to use one of these. It's really simple. All you need is a piece of string, hence it's called a line level, a bit like this piece of string I've already tied to each post, okay, between the posts, just like that. You then need to know where the centre of that line is. Well, I've already done that. I know where that is because it's in the middle, and it's pretty darn obvious, and I've got quite a good eye anyway for that sort of thing. So all I've got to do is grab my line level like this one and put that in the middle. Stand back. Is it about middle? Nearly. Move it to one side a little bit until you're fairly confident in the middle. If you go too far to the right, your bubble's going to be too high that way, because there's a little bubble spirit level really attached to a line. If you go too far that way, the bubble's going to be too far that way. So what you do is you've got to make sure it's in the middle. I can see that is pretty darn spot on in the middle, and all you got to do is just make sure that little bubble there is in between the 2 lines, pretty much in the middle of, not hard up one side line or hard up the other side line, in the middle. And then what you can do is then you can grab your pen, right, because you might want to remove this line, you don't want to keep it there, do you? So you grab a pen and you just mark each end of the line. For instance, I'm going to put a mark here where that line is there, and then over this side I'm going to put another mark, yeah, over here. Just like that. Now I know now that those 2 marks are in line with each other. Now I can repeat that process on every single post, so all the posts have a datum and they're all going to be pretty much in line with each other. Don't get me wrong, it's not bang on, but it's going to be near enough. It is, honest. And all you got to do is then you say, on this post here, I know that I want this height here to be 350mm, for which I've already put a mark up that end, and I know that on this side over here, I want it a little bit lower. So I just go to that where I put the mark on here, as you can see. Well, there's a mark on there, you won't be able to see it, but there's a mark on there. All I've got to do is then grab my tape measure like this one and say, okay, I want 100mm fall from that post to this post, and I say, okay, that's 350, so I want that one to be 250mm high. So I just grab my pen again, if I can find out where I put it. Oh, it's in my pocket. And I mark that at, come back here you, 255mm, which is there. So, when I cut the tops of those posts, hence that post there and that post there, I know that there's a fall of 100mm. So if you want to get yourself one of these little, line levels like this one, cheap as chips they are, they cost under a £5. I might even leave a link down below for one if you like. You know, it's an affiliate link, so we do get a little commission off it. Obviously, it'd be tiny for that, because they're so cheap. They really are. Anyway, I think it's a good idea. Get yourself a little line level, make life a lot easier, especially if you don't want huge amounts of accuracy. And for this job, you don't. If it's about, I don't know, an inch difference between, or 25mm between every single post, it's still near enough. No one's going to notice that. Are you really going to notice that? No, not at all. It's near enough. Anyway, sorry for me to go, but please boop the old like button down below. Ta-ta. Don't forget the links down below in the description.